Yo, 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 what's good? Thank you for coming to the House of B.A.R.F. I'm Chanman, and before we get started, I would just like to emphasize that the content that we share on House of B.A.R.F. is for informational and entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and the information provided should not be considered as professional financial advice. Investing and financial decisions involve risk. It is crucial to do your own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any financial choices. The opinions expressed on House of B.A.R.F. are of our own and do not reflect the views of any organizations that we may be affiliated with. Please remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and the financial landscape can change rapidly. Always conduct thorough due diligence and seek financial advice from a financial advisor tailored to your personal needs and circumstances. By listening to this podcast, you agree that the host and in the future, if we have any guests, are not responsible for any financial decisions you make as a result of the information presented on House of B.A.R.F. Now let's dive into today's episode. Yo, 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 what's good? It's Chairman House of B.A.R.F. I know I keep saying I'm going to lean back and take it easy. Oh crap, what did I just do? But I just noticed something. Seriously, and thank you to everybody who decides to stop by and kick up your man at the house. I appreciate it. I really trying to, okay, I'm lying. I take a look at the analytics all the time, and these are Spotify analytics. Some people are telling me that, those analytics, they're basic. A couple of people have emailed me, about, and I totally forgot to even mention the Spotify ETF that just got approved. I don't even know the ticker. Is it Spot? It's not Spot because that's Spotify. Let me see the Bitcoin ETF. Regardless, I came on to say thank you and welcome to the United Kingdom. I was just chilling. I said, let me take a look at some of the analytics because I don't want this. I really don't want House of B.A.R.F. to become some analytical tool that I'm willing to just do or say. Is it GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust? Okay, I'll take a look at that. I'll add it to my watch list. GBTC, if that's the correct one. I'm not even sure if that's the correct one. But okay, real quick. I want to say thank you to the United Kingdom. I was checking the analytics, and here, let me pull them up real quick. And I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And again, I don't want to become a big analytical show because it'll concern me if I begin to, try to chase the analytics. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I got good, content out there, like for example, some people, I saw online say that they won't mention God, even though they're a believer, because they're worried that's going to mess up their analytics. I've even heard in basketball they won't take some shots, even though they could be wide open, because they don't want to mess up their statistics or whatever, or whatever it is, So I don't want analytics to determine this show. Seriously, to an extent, I've kind of taken a little bit of hiatus. I mean, probably for the last 6-7 months on other podcasts, considering I'm trying to find, Chan Man's voice, my own voice, that I'm going to put on the podcast. And more so than just the voice, what I'm saying, because I really don't want to listen to another podcast and agree with what they're saying. And trust me, I like $1 Million Worth of Game, Drink Champs, Wall Street Trapper, Club Shay Shay. I got the ones I like. I like to listen to, but I've taken a little bit of hiatus. I did listen to the whole Cat Williams joint, but because I don't want any influence coming from the outside. Even to an extent, I don't even have my buddies around me when I create content. None of that. because I really don't want that. And that's another reason I'm doing it by myself, because can be uninterrupted. Because there's going to be so many times you're going to notice if I come into some money and start putting people on, there's going to be a whole rack of interruptions. And I would hate for an individual to not get the point out of how they wanted to say it, because somebody will tell them, "Oh, that's not true," or "Oh, that's incorrect." Which we'll get to the whole debate style and all that, blah blah blah. But I would like for someone to have the opportunity to speak their truths. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent. Um, so that's why I'm kind of doing this by myself, uninterrupted. For this is also for multiple people. House of Barf is really for a few people, um, that enjoy business, accounting, regulation, and finance. I do enjoy the music, but I can't put the music on here because that's some third party rule. We'll get to it eventually. We'll figure that all out. Enjoy to have a nice bev while we sit down and talk. Once I get all this stuff up and running, you're gonna see. I'll have a bev with y'all, and may even have us a little, cigarette or something or whatever. I don't know. May have a little smoke, or whatnot. But also, it's for me to be uninterrupted, because there's a lot of times people really want to hear my perspective on things, and when I say, "Okay, I'll talk," immediately they're interrupting and be like, "Yeah, I don't know if you got that correct," or "Oh, I don't really believe that. I don't know, maybe, you're too sensitive or you're persistent." I say, "Okay, cool. I'll put the content out there. You want to go back and listen to it, you can go back and listen to it if you want to. And you'll get my full perspective on the topic. And even though I put my full perspective out there, there's still bits and pieces missing that I really don't want to touch on, because this is public and around the world. So that's what I'm trying to get to. So I look at the analytics, and I was like, let me just see what I'm doing. And I go to my audience members, and I noticed that, oh snap, the United Kingdom stopped by. I said, what? No way. And I apologize to anybody from the United Kingdom if you listened within the last couple of days. Yo, I'm hurting right now. I have like a stomach virus or something right now. Let's see where it was not able to pull up the region where they listened from. They said not at least yet. Said this information may surface soon, as soon as they can get it together. Literally, I think the United Kingdom just popped up like right now, because I did not see them a couple days ago. Germany, surprisingly, is still hanging in there. Like, I'm noticing that they're creeping up a little bit more and more. Because all these other countries, it's like less than 1%. It's like 0.25% of my audience or whatever. But Germany, like, is starting to creep up a little bit to possibly hit. I don't know. They're creeping up. So just want to say thank you so much to the United States. Looks like I don't see any. I haven't looked at all the states, but a couple of states I'm noticing that are creeping up. Massachusetts is creeping up a little bit more. Massachusetts, that's 100% of my listeners are from Boston. Tennessee is creeping up a little bit. 100% are from Middleton. Louisiana is creeping up a little bit. 100% are from Harvey. North Carolina has creeped up a little bit. No, they're split up. Raleigh, Rockingham, and Charlotte. So thank y'all. 50% are from Raleigh, 25% are from Rockingham, 25% are from Charlotte. Maryland, the DMV are holding me down in the United States. Maryland is 64%, Virginia is 17%, District of Columbia 13%. Thank you. Out of Virginia, it's all over. I mean, real quick. Alexandria, 21. Fairfax, 21. Ashburn, 13. Woodbridge, 9%. Arlington, 6%. Vienna, 6%. Manassas, 6%. Falls Church, 4. Burke, 4. Reston, 4. Springfield, 2. Sterling, 2. That's all over. It's Virginia. I appreciate it. two up, two down. I don't know if they even say that anymore. I appreciate it. Maryland, hold me down. It's all over. Lanham, that might be me. But to be honest, I listen to some episodes, but sometimes I chill out because I kind of don't want to skew the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I try to listen just to kind of hear kind of what I'm saying. Like, how do I feel about the content? But I notice that, I don't want to skew the numbers too much. So sometimes I'll pull back and be like, all right, let me not listen so much right now. Just see the real numbers. But Lanham, hold me down. Bowie's, hold me down. Lanham, 68. Bowie, 13. Annapolis Junction. I want to know, where is Annapolis Junction? Is that Baltimore? Let me see. I want to look that up real quick. Because I know Annapolis. I used to work at Annapolis Mall. Annapolis Junction. Let me see where that's at. Is that Fort Meade? Okay. Yeah, we're not too far from each other. Okay, so that's, if I'm correct, that's, is that Hanover? Or Anne Arundel? Yeah, that's Anne Arundel. Okay. Are they, how far are they? Yeah, they're not too far from Baltimore or whatever. Yeah, cool. Annapolis Junction. Hell yeah. All right, and then Baltimore, Tacoma Park, Silver Spring, Hyattsville. Hell yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it all. Yeah, and then I got a lot of other states. They're not making up much of the audience. Wyoming, Pennsylvania, Indiana, California, Florida, New Jersey, Connecticut, making up all approximately less than 1% of the audience. North Carolina is moving up. They're moving up. They fuck with me, and I fuck with y'all back. Trust me. A lot of articles I read, I'll be reading this article. I'm like, man, this is a good article. Where did this come from? Next thing you know, I look at the bottom or at the end, written by somebody from Chapel Hill University. I'm like, you know what? We got to get our people from North Carolina treated right. I'm gonna tell you something real quick, man. I was down there for a little bit, and I didn't appreciate the dynamics of North Carolina. So, like, real quick, one thing I noticed. No offense, white people. I'm sorry, Caucasians in North Carolina are rich, are well off, and black people are not well off in North Carolina. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I have no statistics or anything. You know how people say, who's your top 5 basketball players? And you're like, Jordan, Kobe, Curry, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what do you got behind that? It's like, look, man, I'm not Shannon Sharp, man, okay? I'm not as sharp as Shannon, all right? He, whatever. They got the statistic to break it all down. I more so just go based off of, like, emotion, I guess. You know what I'm saying? One thing I noticed is, and the thing that really broke my heart is, a lot of the Caucasians I noticed that were, okay, and as far as you say, well, what about the Hispanics and the Asians and everything? I will admit, I worked with an Asian woman, but she was like the only Asian woman in the whole office. I'm not even kidding. I can't, what company was that? I can't even remember. I did not see a huge Asian demographic in where I was in North Carolina. Matter of fact, let's look it up. Let's just do the demographics of Charlotte real quick. And this is about the United Kingdom, but they didn't know what region you were from in the United Kingdom, which is cool. Just give them some more time. Demographics, we're gonna do of Charlotte. Okay, this is something that it kind of got to me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What's the racial makeup? This is just what somebody put on census.gov. Asians they're about 7%, approximately 7%. I don't know when the date of this was. This is just, I'm not sure, but Caucasians about 43%, blacks make up about 35%, and there's no Native Americans, none of that. Asians make up about 7%. Okay, so I don't know if let me see if they can do the income by race in Charlotte. Demographics, income of Charlotte. And I hate to do this. I really, because race is, it's not that, it's important, but I don't know why this race thing is so, what is it? Um, Systematic racism and everything. Um, it's a whole lot, man. It's a whole lot. Demographic, income. Let me see if they can break it down but uh, okay, I'm not able to find it right away. But one thing I noticed was a lot of the Caucasians that were in Charlotte were not saying all of them were not necessarily from uh, the area. So real quick, somebody came up with something. This was on Nielsberg.com. Uh, the median household income for Caucasians is approximately $101,000. In second place, actually first place, those 7% Asians are bringing in approximately about $104,000. In third, that 0% of Native Americans are bringing about 50. No. Okay, so I guess there's like biracial families. They're bringing in approximately about 77,000. So here, let me do this all over because it's not in order. All right, so that 7% of Asians down there in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is 2022, so this isn't even the most up to date. Um, they're bringing about $104,000. I'm just rounding up. Then the Caucasians are bringing in about 101,000. And then I guess biracial families or multiracial families are bringing in about 77,000. Um, and then there's the black and or African American families are bringing in approximately about 53,000. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, I missed this one. The Native Americans are bringing in about 55,000, and then other races are bringing in about 50,000. And this is the thing that bewildered me. All right, the population, a lot of them, of blacks were native to the area, been there 30 years themselves, grandmother from there, family from there, or, you know what I'm saying, nearby. And then the other groups of people, the, the Asians or the Caucasians, not even from the area, from New York. They just wanted to get out of the city because it smells like pollution and the cost of living was way too high. So where did they move? They still wanted to stay on the East Coast. DC wasn't much of a difference. So they come down to North Carolina to start a new life, and they can afford it, and they can escalate quickly, blah, 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 or they get transferred from their company down to some city, North Carolina, whatever. So they transfer down and end up, and don't get it wrong, a lot of the blacks too. A lot of the blacks, same way. They're from D.C., and they want to go somewhere south. Not really, because supposedly D.C. is below the Mason-Dixon line or whatever. So it's technically south. And sometimes when you hang out with people that are native to D.C. and you eat food with them, you be like, yo, this is like some Southern cuisine. You know what I'm saying? This isn't nothing like exquisite or anything. But that was one thing that really bothered me was the people who are native there do not have the opportunities, don't really. And that's why I think traveling is huge. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you go travel somewhere and you come back home or something, you're like, yo, I don't think we've been doing it the right way the last 30 years or something. Or you travel, make the money, and come back home and chill. So just know that I do have plans of possibly moving back to the Carolinas in the future. As far as college basketball, I basically watched Tar Heel basketball. I was watching some college basketball this past week. I can't remember who I was watching. But yeah, I got love for the Carolinas, or at least North Carolina. I don't know. I've been to South Carolina like once or twice. And I went to the main city. I went to Charleston, and it was nice. It was nice. It was like the city was like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know the right term. It was like rustic, but like all the stores were like higher end, like upper end stores. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. There's a kind of city like, I guess, like Montreal or something. Montreal, I went to. City kind of looks like beat up a little bit, brick roads and whatever. But it's all nice stuff, I don't know. But yeah, Germany, they're hold me down. Land Berlin and Bolivia, really appreciate it. Seriously, seriously, I really do. Australia, that listener from Victoria still hanging around. Appreciate it. Um, Canada, Ontario, I think that's that same listener. India, same listeners from Maharashtra and Karnataka. Uh, Appreciate it. Um, Finland, South Korea, I believe that's the same listener. United Kingdom, probably just listened probably for like 60 seconds. They probably didn't even listen that long. But it's cool. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. As far as gender, supposedly everyone is male. There's no binaries. There's no females. Nothing. The age. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's on the United Kingdom. My bad. Let me go back here. But it's still the same. Still the same. It's all males. As far as age, wait. Let me see. Let me refresh this. Make sure I got the right thing up. Besides the age, everybody's basically between 28 and 34. So about my age group. So basically, I'm just resonating with people around my age, which is cool. No problem with that. Everybody's basically listening, if I'm correct, on their laptop. Um, Let me see if there's anything else that I can pull up. Now, one thing that is kind of crazy. It looks like a lot of people are just on Spotify and they just search me up, maybe on their laptop. One thing that is crazy though, the people who are listening to an episode or whatever, they're sharing it, and so let's just say that let's say there's about 10 people listening. Each of them are sharing it approximately 10 times with someone else. Now, the other person may not be listening, but they're sharing my episodes. If I got this correct, I'm looking at Spotify impressions, and this is the number of times your show or any of your episodes were shown to anyone on Spotify over the last 30 days. So over the last 30 days, I have approximately 100 impressions. So this was shown to someone a few times in the last 30 days. So definitely much appreciated. Other stuff, I could see some other stuff, such as let me go. Let me see if there's any other things. Looks like a lot of people are using their Android devices. Nobody on iPhones really listening to me. Looks like people are using their Mac. And then 2% of people are listening to it on some other device. And it looks like my number one episode was Been a Long Time. I did that back on September 2023. So nobody really is full with an episode since September 2023. And it's all good. It's all good. But every episode, basically, there's about, I would say 10, 15 episodes that have had 0 listens. But every episode's been played at least once. And then I have other episodes that have been played 10 times, 12 times, 4 times, whatever. But every episode I put out there has basically been listened to at least once. And again, it could be just listened to for 60 seconds. I don't know how Spotify determines if somebody listened. But somebody reached out to me recently. I'll share it with y'all. From, I don't even know who this company is. Well, let me see. I believe it was GHA Marketing. I don't know. I had a couple people reach out to just let them know, like, hey, listening to your podcast, what I think you're doing is great. But who knows? I really don't know. So a couple people say that they want to help me out and see, if they can help me take things to the next level. One person told me they listened to it on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts or whatnot. But yeah, nobody's really emailed me too much recently. Um, here, and I probably shouldn't be doing this stuff, but I said, hey, I'll share it with some of my people. So people from GHA essentially want me to get, I guess, some subscription service. Basically, they're like, hey, you just keep doing what you're doing, and we'll do all the hard work. I guess take my episodes, I guess edit them, um, get them out there and whatnot. And then I guess I pay for some subscription service. I don't know. I said, hey, sure, let's talk, let's look into it, and see what we can get done. So, things are going fairly well. So again, I'm available on 6 different platforms. And also, I don't know if I'm able to, but if you can, please feel free to support. It's only going to take it to another level. And trust me, yes, it will be building up my portfolio and it will be helping me pay my bills. But also, we'll definitely give back, because this is not all about me, man. Sweetheart. This is not all about, like over time, we'll definitely give back. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yes, I could use the help. I could use the assistance right now. I've expressed it. And when I express what's going on in my personal life, it's because literally I'm putting out something on a podcast. I'm having this conversation with y'all, and y'all don't know me from what people say, what Adam and Eve. Y'all don't know me from, or what some people say, from a can of paint. So at some sense, I feel kind of an obligation to say, okay, if I'm in this person's ear and I'm talking about all this stuff, the least I could do is share just a little bit with myself. I remember I got called out at work one time. I don't know why, but I'm not sure if it's a gift or something. But I have this gift that people like to stop by my desk and talk for a while. When I get to work, I'm really a person who gets to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm even a person to get to work probably about 30 minutes early, so I can, I don't even drink coffee like that. Now, I will admit there were some times where I was drinking Monster Sports Energy drinks. My job was stressing me out. They were tearing me apart, and I couldn't think of any other way to compete, well, I mean, there was a few other ways to compete, but I was like, I got to get these sports energy drinks. So I'm chugging Monster energy drinks, trying to stay awake hours and days at a time so that I could keep, competing at work and whatnot. It didn't work. But so I'll get to work 30 minutes early, you know what I'm saying? Sit down, and go through the process of setting up my computer, getting all the browsers I want up, reading my emails and whatnot. So when I do that, I get somebody to stop by the desk, you know what I'm saying? One person there, 30 minutes, an hour. Second person there, 30 minutes, an hour. So, I mean, it doesn't really get to me at all. I do it, but, shit, I forgot why I was just bringing that up. There was a reason why I was about to say, what I brought that up for. I wasn't just sitting there, saying that, but it'll come back to me what I was about to say. But, crap. I can't remember what I was about to say that for. Here, give me 1 second. Let it come back to me real quick. Oh, yeah. And I don't know, one time I'm sitting there, I'm chilling, and a buddy of mine, associate of mine, just starts yelling at me at my desk. And he's like, I get so sick and tired of everybody coming up to Chandler's desk and talking to him. I think he particularly had eyes on this one coworker of mine that would stop by my desk and talk, occasionally. But I think she would stop by because I really, like, everyone in the office was hitting on her, and I wasn't hitting on her at all. Like, when I get to work, I really be focused. I really do. Not saying that in the past have I ever had a work relationship or anything. Probably, but you learn those are not the best relationships. But however, you're with these people all the time, so you kind of. But that may have been way back in the day, a long time ago. But nah, I really do. When I get to work, I be focused. I'm not sure what was going on, but this guy, he just starts yelling. Everybody comes up and talks to this guy, and do we know anything about him? And I'm like, dude, because people talk to me. I'm not sitting there telling people about my personal life and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here chilling, and y'all know I'm trying to work. You know what I'm saying? I got shit I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm honestly, to an extent, I'm trying to be the best. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't got time to talk about how, you know, all the different things coworkers talk about, fucking and money all the damn time, and trying to become a lawyer, and this job ain't shit. They don't pay us shit. All that stuff people be talking about at the office. I'm kind of just sitting there like, hey, I'm just trying to, do the best I can, and, whatever I can do. So I get to a point with this podcast, with this conversation that we're having. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and share a little bit about myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you kind of feel like, in a sense, that, not that you know me, but in a little bit of a sense, it's kind of like I'm getting to know this person. Okay? They're a regular person, Joe Schmo, got bills piling up, got personal issues on, got some legality issues going on, trying to dig himself out of this, wrote a children's book, all these different things. Now, as you see the podcast goes on more and more and more, it's a conversation we're having, a lot of that stuff is going to go to the side. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be like, yo, we already kind of covered that. We already kind of went over that. And maybe I will keep people up to date on what's going on next. You know what I'm saying? But you'll see it more so going towards BARF. Just staying on topic on that. Because it's like we covered the bases. You know what I'm saying? And then also on the other end, it's only going to get better from here. And I will admit, I'm more okay with sharing kind of the negative, kind of what you call negative stuff, than if, let's just say, I get a huge contract. I'm not going to be very comfortable sharing like, hey, yeah, this person just went ahead and, wrote me a $100,000 check. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'm gonna be like, because I get worried about the haters, like, and people want to, break into your shit, hack your shit, steal your shit. Don't, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, because they just get mad at you because, you're some hypocrite. You talk about God, but then you do shit you shouldn't be doing, or you think you're the shit and you're really not the shit, and you're ugly. Look at your nose. I get called Gonzo all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, your nose big as shit. Whatever. Trust me, man. I get it all the time. But that's why I try to share a little bit about myself. But the main thing I wanted to come in here and say is thank you so much for the United Kingdom stopping by, as well as everybody else. If I believe on previous episodes, I gave everybody their shout out at the time. And if I ever missed anybody, it was because I didn't notice it for a while. Because, again, about the analytics, I try not to watch them, but it's kind of addicting. It's kind of like you want to see, let me go see the analytics, see if anybody's tuned in. And it's gotten to a point where I don't need to pay attention to the analytics. I mean, I should, but it's gotten to a point. It's about, it's increasing. It's increasing over the time. And, got same listeners, about the same amount plays, everything. And it's only going to get better. So, again, thank you so much from all the way from the United States to Germany to, Canada. Let me see. To Australia, to India, to Finland, to United Kingdom again. Thank you so much for stopping by the house and kicking it with your mans. I appreciate it. I'm Chanman, and this is House of B.A.R.F. Blah! I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Manxton's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Manxton and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Manxton sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Manson and Zonke discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Manson, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonke, Langston Manson learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manson set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manson, Zonke, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless.